Right, let's see. Alright guys, and welcome to Red 3 on the map Fire Island. We are now going to witness a game between two players that I highly believe in their skills and abilities in this game. On the bottom we have the light blue Empire Unities, and on top we have orange Soviet. On the map Fire Island, this is H2 Upload. So the introduction must be done. In this case, I know Float is a good to go player that knows how to do stuff, what to do stuff, and how to handle the situation. On the meantime, Unities is an interesting character that should be, let's say, examined. I see him as like the Rocky Balboa practicing against the Ivan Drago of anything in this game. Most of the time, I see him doing hundreds of practice matches. Like I saw him in the lobby time to time. It's like, okay, one versus one practice game and such. And I don't know, maybe he is not believing in himself, or I'm unsure, but he's always practicing. Like I haven't seen him like get into any kind of like ladder match or tournament game or anything like that. He still believes that he's not ready for what it awaits him. So he is spending a lot of his time with these practice matches. I don't know if it pays him off, so probably we will see in here. So now I think back to the game. We see a very quick war factory from the float. I mean, instead of going for the second refinery, he quickly goes and picks a bullfrog, which is nice. Now he can save his infantry from the wrath of the slashing Imperial warriors. On the meantime, we see Unity is actually making lots of infantry, but not doing anything particularly interesting with them. Like these units can only attack the reactors and the war factory for now. The only problem is his dojo has been sold off, so this means he can't get a burst drone to deal a massive damage to the sickle. On the meantime, a very beautiful move coming from Vlot. I mean, with the bullfrog and the extra engineer that he had, he stole the refinery. The same also happens to him as well. The awareness is high for the oil legs especially. So first Tengu gliding over, probably going for harassment. There is no defense left for these harvesters, or collectors. We are not in King's Wrath. The Sickle is actually making a quick short work of these Imperial Warriors. Like these units are going in waste. Like they are doing absolutely nothing. Now the harassment has started, and it's one thing. Somehow this Tengu has taken a lot of damage after this report, I suppose. But I think since you relatively got a very early war factory, you could actually sneak a one terror drone in there, and that will probably make your life much more easier against these things. Two Tengu dealing half HP to the connector. The sickle is on low HP, but there are still three Tengus already arrival. One premature landing here. Bullfrog is taking damage. This Tengu also taking a lot of damage as well. This other one unfortunately is stuck in the building, so he can't move out. Glowless try to throw some focus fire on Bullfrog to separate and make the sickle live a little bit longer. The issue is this Tengu can fly away. Where's the Bullfrog? He is actually away, chilling around. That's not what we would like to have. You know. Now Collector has fallen, Bullfrog also fallen as well. This sickle. Now without the Terror Drone, all these things can actually hit and run very simply. But now Float is microing his Terror Drone and taking down the two Tengus. But this still not a good relief. I mean, comparing with losing a Collector. The good thing is he has another running, but it's still under attack. So things are not going for the best shape for the Float. I mean, relying on sickle is a trouble, because first, you can't repair them. The second is, Tengus are much more mobile than them. Fortunately, Terror Drone gets sniped by the landing Tengus, and I think this Tengu can actually win over this battle. Or it did, and gains his stripes. Well, nice infection coming from the Float and taking down. Ooh, some split second action over there. Now, most unfortunately, Float is now down to one collector. On the meantime, I mean, Unity is not considering any kind of expansion, let alone going for the tier 2. I guess seems that it's not necessary for himself. Just Tengus are doing what he wants to do. Meanwhile, these Tengus are completely idle. You can deal some damage to this building. Anything can count in a game of Red Alert 3. Now, this sentry gun is actually beautifully protecting this collector. On the meantime, one gets infected. Well, you could actually go for the repair. Any kind of crusher crane would be very nice over here. He is beautifully escorting this poor collector over there. Now, this terror drone is almost going to die. What happened to it? The massive monetary issues happening for the float. Can't. He's having difficulty recovering over this, and when this collector is down, he will be once again bound to one single collector. Now, Hammer Tank is out. This is very nice. The Tengu that is going to land in, going to get infected. Now, Float is attacking the one that has the stripes. This collector is going to die for sure, but is this like necessary? That was very interesting. Instead of moving back, I think Float wanted to toggle into the leech beam and moved around to prevent its attacking to the thing. Now this terror drone is now star rank, so it can actually cause some mayhem. On the meantime, Float, realizing the economical problems that he is having and wants to capture this oil rig. Meanwhile, all of this tank harassment is like all of his unity's attention. He knows that is focused on the collectors. So he wants to get the. Oh, that's a terrible timing. But the unity is actually. That's quite sad. But on the meantime, I think he will be able to get this one. Okay, I believe that's supposed to be a Delta Delta airstrike. If so, that's a nice timing, but now the X has arrived. Could be talking to Leech Beam, but that's not going to work a lot for this Hammer Tank. Bullfrog has arrived, but it's a bit late, most unfortunately. And this terrain actually works for the Empire right now, because area units have always an advantage. Now MCV is exposed. This star rank terror drone is going to be hard to prove to challenge. Tankbuster is dealing some damage. Some actually decent micros happening over here. Like he knows that he doesn't want to lose that terror drone, but these tankbusters are going to be a trouble. There is no barracks. There is no also. I don't think he has any bears around. Burst drone gets sniped immediately. 4 tankbusters actually running for. This Tengu is just goes for the waste. Now there is only anti-air. This Bullfrog already get his fair share. One sickle is going to defend. Get up! Well, Unity is actually quite busy with taking down the sentry gun, meanwhile losing his all of the tank busters. Unities. That's not the way, trust me. Like, Imperial Warriors are now being fought, but this Tengu is idle. This sickle is now going toe-to-toe with this Imperial Warriors. That's not going to be trouble, but MCV is off HP already. These 2 VXs are now completely unhinged, and now they are being targeted. Terror drone going close for the chopper VXs. Not going to happen. Oh, you got to be kidding me. This thing is going to land away right the moment the walls are being built. On the meantime, Unity goes for the 3rd refinery, which is also nice for him. The dojo is just pumping out infantry, but the barracks has been built, but now targeted by the tank busters and the chopper VXs. Blood is trying to hang on this game. I mean, even though all of the harassments coming from everywhere, from the side and his collectors, he is still hanging on this game. Even though he lost a lot of economical advantage that can be provided in this game. The honest solace right now is actually quite simple, and that is Unity is not paying a lot of attention to his own units. Like, he is losing a lot of units for absolutely nothing. He lost some tank busters and the Tengus over here just to take this sentry gun. And this sentry gun, I mean, you just can't land Tengus in here and deal some damage with the suicide bomb splash. After all, you have economical advantage, and this collector is already very low HP. Yari mini sub, but I mean, you know he doesn't have a sea presence right now. Pressure crane is also being built. Doomblade is on the field as well now. All of these tank busters are rendered useless, but there is a nice Tengu blockade over here. Or 5 Tengus, but only 3 of them have point defense drones. The issue is, Bullfrog can actually handle all of them single-handedly. Now, this is a bug, I believe. I mean, there is still Soviet flag all over here. Doomblade is now under assault. Bullfrogs have arrived, but a little bit too late. This Tengu is actually suffering some damage, but thanks to the point defense drones, I mean, nothing is going to happen. Some nice timing coming from the unities, but now most of the Tengus have landed. One Tengu gets sniped. Tank busters are arriving, but I don't think you would need tank busters over here. Now the good thing is he has pressure crane, but I think maybe investing in one single Tesla coil will make things at least much better for you. Now realizing the ploy and the plan is going to happen, all of the Tengus are flying, but this is a massacre. I mean, lots of Tengus taking unnecessary damage just for defending this defender reacts. I mean, this is supposed to defend you, not you're going to defend it. Now, tank busters completely unhinged and dealing some damage to the refinery, but here's the issue. They are now targeted. There are so many Oh! So straight up. And immediately going for the land, realizing that you can't contest them. But here's the thing, tank busters are something that you should not take lightly to it. And Hammer Tank is crushing all of the tank busters. Why they are not borrowed? Tengus just flying 1/1 just to hunt down one single Toonblade. Toonblade is down, so does the Tengus. I mean, all I see some splash and kabooms of the units. Meanwhile, he is, oh my god. My man is just 4 refiners and he's not expanding over here. He says that I would rather pick you here. Why should I go over here, right? And this is just closer to my base. Would make my life much more easier. But no. Anyway, Rao. 2 bullfrogs, 1. I mean, this is actually a good hit squad that can deal a lot of damage. You will need a superior number to handle something like this. And Hammer Tank gets the seconds, right? With just one single veterancy, a lot of things can happen. A quick trade, just split second moment for... I mean, owners just get changed. I think Unity has a lot of cash right now. I mean, okay, he is tier 2, which is nice. Making some tsunami tanks, but I think he has a map control. He can actually go for the nanotech mainframe and then go for tier 3 and make some shoguns. That will definitely pin down the Soviets. Ah, just a moment, really. Now Tumble is targeting to avenge that engineer. Let's see if they're going to be successful. Okay, one engineer sniped, also one thing goes down. The troubling point is, Unity. I mean, yeah, surely you can have some tsunami tanks and tank buses, which is nice. But the moment you lose their superiority to the Soviets, you're going to lose the game. You can't just fight against all of the Toonblades against the Striker VXs. They are, I mean, they're not versatile, that's for sure. Some nice use of the cash bounty over there. I mean, I would probably destroy this, but they're very dedicated on taking these oil derricks. Okay, I take that back. Unity says, screw this, I'm done with this. Oil derricks. Okay, Dojo got sniped. I think that's going to make Flo's life much more easier. MCV realizing the threat, packs up. I think we have passed the point of harassing the collectors, but yeah, feel free to try. Okay, frontal assault has arrived. Now VX is targeting Toonblade. One Toonblade is down, but these hammer tanks actually reaching a nice amount of weapons. One of the weapon ammo reached, and the bears are completely unhinged. He could actually go for the other bears, other tank busters as well, but Unity is repositioning his army for some partly reasons. Harassment has been negated. Damage is not that very high. I mean, 2 Tengus going for nothing, but this collector gets destroyed on the meantime. Can you stop making Yaris? He's not expanding over there, and he knows that he can't expand over there. I mean, unlike you expanded over here. Also, why Unity, why you are not expanding over here? You could bother and escort your refinery core all over here from your MCV to there, but I mean, expanding over here is difficult for you. Now, that's actually nice to see that we're going to see harassment run, but this completely exposes Float's base. Okay, so okay, this man got mad, destroying all of the oil derricks around. Now, tank busters going to pay the price of their crimes. Tank busters are now unborrowed and dealing damage to bullfrogs, but that's not going to work a lot. He has the crusher crane now. Blockade of the hammer tanks. I mean, I would rather see them being more useful and be more aggressive over here. Force the Unity to make some more units. Now he is on level 2 Imperial Docks. So this means we are not very far from seeing maybe Shoguns. I wonder how much cash the Unity has. Okay,
Make
he
a
is
tango. Let's
actually
go.
spending. Flood is being more defensive. See, I mean, this is the point I was talking about. I mean, you are making lots of Yaris, but he knows that you have sea presence, so he's not even bothering to expanding over here. He would rather go there, and probably you will never scout there. See, Unity doesn't know this place, but Flood absolutely going to figure out what's happening here. Now, all of the Tengus are on flight mode, expecting the harassment run. A very nice satellite drop used on the Defender VX. He knows that all of matters that building. He can now actually, if he wanted to, do some hit and runs, but there are so many Tengus on the meantime. I mean, that's not going to worth for sure. On the meantime, Desert to Delta Strike has been used, but mindful of the unities. Scotted the Collector. Now, Tengus are going back and forth. Now, that's not going to be nice. I mean, two Tomb Blades got sniped for nothing. Now, point defense drones have been used. VXs are way too far. And also, this instant generator has been damaged a lot. Oh, no! Tomb Blade! Go back. That's a power move. This is a power move. Like, hey, you're not going to take this refinery? Fine. I'm going to use it. I'm going to mine it. Unfortunately, Tengus have a right and sniped all of them. Now, why they are not landing? These bullfrogs are completely defenseless. He realizes that, I mean, this ore mine is going to be mine or not. Advanced rocket poles upgrade have been purchased. Black cannon is built, but I don't think going to survive long enough. Unfortunately, they are built very close to each other and they are taking lots of splash damage from everything else, especially from the Chopper VX missiles. I mean, rockets, missiles. Not a very best investment one could possibly have. Timblade is now attacking. Now, all of these Tengus have landed, taking down 3 bullfrogs. But now this Timblade can actually... Oh, already snapped 2 Tengus. And I think the finishing prize is going to be this collector. And Star Rank Timblade has arrived. Now, Float is going to do some Soviet building shenanigans. Now, Hammer Tanks have arrived without any kind of bullfrogs near the Chopper VXs. Black Cannon has been built, which is nice, but now Hammer Tanks can actually enter the fray, but that's too late because Black Cannon has been destroyed. Bear, nice roar, the tank busters are dying for nothing, Tengus are not even trying to do the body block, and this VX is now targeted by the... Oh, this Black Cannon's health! Bro! Oh boy. Like imagine you get to a refinery core for the last moment and then you say, "I screw this." I mean, he spoiled my ore node and I don't want to expand to it. Anyway, GG on the float. I mean, that was a very nice control of the map. I mean, he struggled very hard at the early game, but his dedication and determination, he actually survived, carried the game to the air fights, and then established a superiority, and he won the game. And GG for the Unities as well. Hopefully, he will able to, I mean, get the scores or plays that he wants to have. So, guys, if you like the game, feel free to leave a like or make a comment. Also, consider subscribing as well. I will try to upload more games, so stay tuned.